In this video, we're going to be removing the complete wiring harness from the front section of our T5. In our last episode, we removed the carpet to reveal the wiring harness on the inside of the T5, and we wanted to start. Let's quickly get a light on in here. There we go. So we wanted to start removing the pedals to see how to modify to get the R36 pedal to fit, but the wires are still hanging all over the show here in our way. So I think we figured the best part is let's get all the wires removed first, and then we get to the pedals. MS will start removing plugs on the top. Let's work our way to the grommet too that goes into the vehicle. I'll start off here by the hooters, get all the things loose on the top here, and then we work ourselves back. One's ready. So it can be pulled into the car. Let's quickly get out the car. Check that wire. I'm gonna pull it out here. See, we're getting the wires out here on the one side. Wait, hold on. Let's get this plug first nicely through. There we go. Yeah. There we go. So there. We're already clearing up the space, so all the wires are out on this end, and then this one coming out here goes on that side. That's it. So it's the wires in the center here. That's the big one that we need to remove. So at least we got everything out on this side. We're gonna just need to remove the wires on that side. It's going to the battery section, and then all these wires can be removed. So let's quickly get back to the front. That main harness that's running through the center, here's it coming out here. It runs down at the bottom. There it is over here. And that's going into this big box. So inside this big box, that's where the main computer box is of the engine control unit. So we're gonna have to remove the battery and start opening up this box to get all the wires out from that side. Covers come out. What size is that? So what size is this here? 13s? Yeah, 12s, 13s, 13s. We strip this when we did the wiring for the power modes. Need a 10 socket on the MS. This was our aftermarket computer box. Let's get all the plugs out. This won't be used anymore, because now we're going to be using only OEM. We're not going aftermarket anymore. We're done with that. Okay. Let's continue. So we need a 10 socket. We need to remove this power here. Come in here. There we go. This box. There we go. Cool. So we got that cover out, and that's the computer box from the original 2.5 TDI engine. So all this will be removed, and we're gonna see. I think we're gonna still use the same box because it's a nice waterproof box, and we'll try and fit the VAGZ R36 ECU into the same place here. We'll try and route the wiring harness in here. So let's see how it goes. Okay, let's get this out. Okay. Okay, that ECU is out. This will stay here because we'll use that for the other ECU. I think the VAGZ ECU is the same size as this. Okay, so that's the two ECUs. That's a 2.5 TDI diesel ECU of the T5, and that's the VAGZ R36 ECU. So you can see the two housings are identical. They're the same. That's good news for us, because then we can use the original computer box mounting slots. Yo, this is really a lot of wires. I thought the Passat had a lot of wires, but this T5 has got much more. I guess it's also because it's a caravel spec, it's the high spec, so there's a lot of extras. Still battling to get the wires out here from this box. Let's see what's going on here. There's a lot of plugs in it. Look at this. This is crazy. Crazy. So it looks like all these small plugs we can unplug them here. Let me just get a small screwdriver. Let's quickly try and get them one by one out. That's one. Getting a bit easier to work with. Still got one over here. Wow, just doesn't stop, eh? Yeah, that's a lot. So yeah, we can push this one through. There we go. The one we're looking for is this one here. That's the one that's going inside the T5. That's all this here. So that's the harness we want. I think. Let's make sure. It's on the bottom. That's the one there. Let's loosen it up. I think that's the one we want. Yeah. I need to pull out this grommet. And we need to connect it through here. So that's not too difficult. We're going through the car. On the other end. Let's find MS quickly and see if we can pull all these wires through. Let's go, pull it.
There we go.
So we've got those wires through. Let's see how it looks. So we got all the wires through there. Yeah. So this complete harness will be ready to be removed. That's holding it there. We've got a clip up here. Just bring me a side cutter. So we got the complete harness through. We're just gonna pull all this out. Cut this guy up. There we go. And what do we need here? So these covers are quite nice. I think we should keep them, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Back, freshened up a bit, got my hands clean of all its stickiness from that wiring harness on the front. MS, how's your hands? Also better.
Now it's better.
Yeah, that stuff is sticky. Yeah.
Very.
So on your side, we got to still pull this harness, this wiring harness, these plugs here. Let's see, mine. So we've got this. Okay, so here's this looks like airbag plugs. Okay, let's get them out. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's part of this harness that stays. And here's the other 2 plugs. So that it's just to split up this harness that's running to the rear. So on the T5 it seems like the main harnesses that run to the rear tend to go up here on the pillars. So that's where they run. Let's quickly get this out. It's such a huge tangle up of wires, eh?
Yeah.
Yo, let's see here. This one here, what's this? Come on. There we go. So there we've got two. 1, 2, that's loosened up. And we've got another one that's part of this front harness. That needs to come out. So see here, this is our wire that goes to the rear. So this one here, MS, that one is still a problem. Ah, here's some sticky stuff again.
Oh no.
Okay, let's just get it out. It's running in the covers, right? So we gotta open the cover, get it out from the cover. Let's get my screwdriver. Wait, you know what? It's dark in here. Let me get a light quickly. It's gonna help us. I think even on the video camera, this lighting is bad. Let's get a light quickly in here. Okay, so our light is back. It looks much better in here now to work. So I need to open these covers because we've got one harness that's running back with these other ones, which needs to be removed. There we go. This one here. So that's the one we need. Let's go on this side here. Let's get the side cutter. It's running here on the back. Okay. There we go. Okay, so it's actually, if you can see over here with the camera, let's check. So that's the, it looks like the airbag. It's an airbag impact sensor. So that's the one. It's part of this harness, and it runs up over here, and it's also connected to the seat belt. So there's a plug here behind the seat belt. So that's probably the airbag tensioner sensor. So we got to unplug that quickly, then the harness comes out. Okay, let's do that quick. So that runs up here. Okay, so this plug is a bit tricky. Still trying to figure out how does it come out. Not sure myself. What? This is a very... I've never removed one of these. Looks like press this in. There we go. Okay, so that's out. So that's the impact sensor. We'll probably be using this for that harness. We'll just use this plug. We'll use this plug and connect it to the Passat's one because this bolts on nicely. It should work. Okay, so we've got that out. Then you're on the top. Let's see. So here's the other wire running here. Goes inside here at the back. There we go. So that's just comes out there. There we go. That's it. That's for the seatbelt tensioner. Okay. So this harness should be out on this side. There we go. Oh, we've got one wire going down here at the bottom. I think that's for the fuel tank. This will be for the fuel tank, fuel pump, and also the fuel level sensor that's in the tank. The tank is on this side here. What we'll do for now is, I think we're just gonna cut it, because that will need us to drop the whole fuel tank, which we'll do on a later stage. So let's try and cut this. There we go. Okay, that's it. MS on my side, I think I got all the wires out.
Yeah.
Your side?
Yeah, I got some of them loose. Just need some help with the others.
Okay, so MS is getting his side out. Let's see. So he managed to open these clips. I can close them for now, just so we don't damage it. That's good. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna use these plugs again on the other side. Okay. I think the harness is ready to come out.
Yes.
Yes. Catch it, MS. Let it go.
Okay.
At least.
There's
Yeah,
the harness.
That's fine. Hold on. This one you must come back here. Where's this? There we go. Cool. That can go out. So you can see the whole firewall it's now totally naked. All we need to do now is to check the pedals. What we're gonna do, that's our next episode. We'll start removing the pedals. There's a bit of noise in the background, so we hopefully gonna try and get that sorted out with our new microphones that's being couriered. We're waiting for that to be delivered this week, so our sound should be improved in all our episodes. We're looking forward to that. We're excited about it. But yeah, like I say, we've got everything out over here. I think that's it for this episode. This was a bit of a challenge. These wiring harnesses, I must say, they seem so easy, but once you start removing wires, it ends up being a big challenge. But we got it out, at least we're happy. That's done. Next episode, we'll start with the pedals. I think for now, MS,
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe. See you in the next one.